Hello respective users, this is Vinny this side. So this is our platform MediCode AI, which is basically about the automation of medical coding system in a hospital management system. Basically explaining what is medical codes. For example, if you have a disease and you are so based on that hospital's disease that you have gotten, the hospital does certain procedures to cure that disease, and based on that disease certain bills are generated based on the equipments used, based on the procedures that are followed. And for to classify this into a systematic format, WHO has come up with 3 codes basically, which are ICD, CPT and CPCS. So ICD is the disease code that defines the disease or the anything that has occurred to the patient. For example, if a patient has malaria, and the ICD code for example for it is ABCX078, and for various variants there are different codes. So there are in total 75,000 codes consisting of ICD, CPT and HCPCS all combined, and CPT is based on the procedures that are followed during the process of curing the patient. So based on this, we have come up with a solution to automate the system of medical coding, where we can share it with the insurance agencies and also maintain a transparency between users to get a hands-on entire experience to seamlessly transform this process. So let's log on to our dashboard. First of all, let's log in as a hospital staff. So based on the patient's that they have the disease that they have, we will fill in the details that the patient has, and we will do it like this. And for example, for this use case I have this report which is which gives entire detail about all the entire patient, what the situation of the patient is. And after that I will run the medical coding pipeline. So this will initiate the entire pipeline, where I will first of all get to know all the traceability through LangFuse that we have implemented. So first of all, the structuring agent has started, so it will provide the current answer. So this provides the answer, and then the ICD agent has started, tools they have used. So this entire the HCPCS level 2 coding agent is, and this is entire agentic workflow that we have come up with. So coming on to the architecture that we have followed here. So basically the entity structuring agent identifies the keywords that are present in it, goes to the ICD agent, gets the HCPCS code and the CPT code as well, and then it is basically retrieved from a RAG database that we have stored on Python code, and it has the index stored as the index as the codes that the disease that we have gotten from the WHO website. And at the last stage the LLM as a judge, which identifies the code and judges the entire output and gives a structured format to us. So based on the LLM output that we have given, based on the input that we have given in the medical codes, these all are the test cases that we have seen as okay. So this is the code that our model has found out. So this is the ICD and CPT codes that they have given. The evaluation fail is here because the report is very small here. It is not giving the entire summary of this. If we provide a long real-time process that we have given, then we can get it. And coming on to the other patient view, that the results that the hospital will deliver to the insurance agency is given here. So this is the entire agency that the agency will acquire this data, and they will decide whether to give on to the patient based on the code what type of bills should be generated. So for now this is given dollars. This is dummy because we don't have the exact data of what type of disease cost, what type of amount based on the unit. So for example, the urinary tract infection, this has 1 unit and this charges to $95. So based on all this, we can also generate a PDF. So the PDF given here is the entire summary generated through that can be also transmitted to also be given to the patient transparency view, where the patient can acknowledge all the claims that they have gotten. So this is basically our project that we have that we have created till now, and we focus on to maintain it a full stack end-to-end application where the patient, doctors, the hospital staff and the agencies can bridge up their differences. And hence we hope that we will make this project more and more successful, as we have also come up with various results and based on the research paper that we have published. So we are also listed in the IEEE research paper, and based on the accuracy that the model that are given, Llama 4 is the best model that we have gotten till now, that is used for the LLM part in the generative model. And we aim to and we also tried different methods like RAG database method, graph and fuzzy logic, but the best output that we got is from RAG database, and that's why we came up to this. And so on concluding that the RAG database has a 93.5% accuracy, which is pretty much high, and it is very reasonable. And the Llama 4 LLM that we have used, which is Llama 4 Maverick 17 billion parameters, that gives the entire result under 30 seconds, which maintains the job easy of the medical coders in the hospital department. And thank you for listening. Please do share your inputs via any contact details.